Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. So this CNC project is creating on the tool a platform onto which to set an air handler. And an air handler is nothing other than a rectangular box that's got a motor in it that has a hamster wheel sort of airflow creation so that you can suck air through a filter. And I own a couple, three of them, and I use them just to help keep the quality of the air better. So, because I have an extra air handler, I've got one above the tool. I've got obviously dust collection on the tool, and I'm going to place a spare air handler underneath the tool. I'm going to be placing the unit below the work table, and I'm going to be placing it on top of the steel platforms that are here. I'm going to drop it right on top. I'm going to notch the side of it around my PVC for the Becker that's here. I'm going to create the height of this such that my Roombas can get underneath. I'm also going to have a piece of 1/8 inch self-adhesive neoprene that will sit here so that when it's on, it doesn't cause substantial vibration. Now that is an unknown and it may not work. We're going to see. It's an experiment. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. I'm pretty thrilled with how this looks. All I did was remove that one clamp. Let's remove the other one. Okay. It's not as heavy as it used to be. So let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 hands. Perfect. We got right through it. We didn't cut more deeply than we needed. These outside corners are going to serve the purpose on the outside corners, hopefully. This corner here, we're cutting around the conduit here. That opposite corner I just showed you would be over on this side. Really nice. I mean, another 5 thousandths, I suppose. Yeah, and the vacuum was perfect. The vacuum was whole. I mean, I discovered immediately that I had to turn the vacuum off in order to get the material pulled off the bed. Even through, that's my spoil board. This is a board on top of my spoil board that's 1/2 inch MDF. Let me pull this off. Yeah, looking good. Let's get you over there to look at it. The edge is looking nice. This here is perfect. That's not an issue at all. In fact, it's marginally preferred. All this large notch is for, obviously, all the PVC that's down here. And I've got my air handler. This is what we're actually sitting on top of this. I've got it resting here on a rolling cart, just for the time being, because I wanted the benefit of what's happening. This is where it's going to fit. So the next video, we're going to pick up installing this, actually. So let's move on to that. Okay, so what we've got here is our completed platform, and I'm going to apply the neoprene to it, and then I'll show you where we're going to put this item. Came out pretty well. Actually, I'm really pleased with it. This is obviously the underside. That's the side that we need to be working on when it comes to applying the neoprene. So that's what we'll do. Click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. So the platform's in, and it's not ideal, but it's in, and I have no major complaints. So not ideal to me means somehow I'm coming up long on both sides. And I mean, it fits. It's just a little hanging long is the bottom line. It is not coming out for me to trim that 1 inch off. It's just not necessary. Let's look at the other side since we're here. 63.5 is what I measured. Over here, that notch serves us well for this conduit, which, you know, it's where it was. No problem with that, with its spacing. So it's in, and it's going to serve the function. It is, and I can see that just running it yesterday. It's white up at the top. See how white that is? I just had that running yesterday for about 4 hours. I know that it works. I still have some neoprene left. Now we can get a piece of it down here, and that will allow me to better slide it because that's what's actually making contact. And actually the length is perfect. Just perfect for it. I'm gonna get them right on top of those screw heads. The adhesive seems pretty tenacious that's on here. Now these air handlers for me got started with working in an environment that was dusty, and it wasn't a wood shop sort of dust. It was actually an unfinished basement with uncoated, unsealed concrete walls. Small amount of dust actually constantly in the air on that. And obviously you can tell I had to flush my filters to the bottom so that I could lay it flat on the platform. Okay, basically what I imagined that I would have. With here. And actually version 2 is going to have to get smarter, because just yanking this off, I'm going to have to get a lot smarter with how I slide this out in the future, because I'm not going to be, if it's not easy to get out, it's not going to be enjoyable changing the filters. So this is what we did. So the question now becomes is, how did we come up with 63.5, meaning why is it hanging out? You know, a lot of this is simply, it's an exercise to learn what we did and how it's to be done. 63.5, what did I come up with? Maybe I transposed 61.5 to 63.5. It's 61.5, not 63.5. So the lesson to learn here is measure twice, cut once. I had 63.5 in my head, and what's interesting is that mistake was picked up from the very beginning. That's what the problem is with that. I'm happy with the platform. I'm not going to change it. And actually, what did you come here for? Well, I know why you came. You want to see if the Roomba is going to go underneath. So let's check that out. And I can't say that I actually endorse Roombas for shop environments, but I'll tell you, they work. And they're pretty durable. Ah, yeah. What's that all about? Yeah, right under, and beautiful. And then, of course, right out the other side. Yeah, it fits. At least that part we got right. And I'm grateful for that. That part we got right. It goes right under there. So, what's the mistake? The mistake is, as Chris Burns has said and cautioned, there are many reasons why something comes out not. There are many reasons why something comes out wrong, and overconfidence, even with someone with exceptional experience like himself. So, the moral of this story for me is actually measuring it. Doing an honest measurement. I mean, this project has spanned over a few days, so I'd like to think I got back down on my hands and knees and remeasured the 61.5, but somehow I picked up 63.5, and that's why it's too long. So, not checking the final drawing with where it's going to fit created the mistake of no notches for the bolt heads and the fact that it's too long. That should have all been caught earlier and corrected in the tool pathing, so that a job that was epically long just turned into 50% longer than epically long. And that's what I've learned on this project. So it's a win in terms of the learning experience. So thank you very much. So the fun news is that we know that the Roomba works. It goes underneath, and it's actually quite good. Thank you very much for going with me on this journey, and I appreciate your interest. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.